Hello everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Woohoo! Today I will be streaming the fourth and final day of the arena competition. I'm just waiting for the room invite before I actually take you into my garage and everything. There we go. And here we go with my awesome transition. I can't get enough of that. Anyhow, hello and welcome. A bit of house cleaning. There is a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is to avoid anyone stream sniping, of course. And there's a giveaway coming in the chat. Basically, if you guess the damage that the team Last Dance will do in the third game of this matchup, you can win one of 2 fan containers. So basically, you have to post your in-game name, server, and exact damage guess in order to win. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to take you to the tournament tab. This is of course what we will be streaming tonight. You have the chart, here we go. These are the last 4 teams, and of course, for me it's still very confusing to not see like clan names, but this is not clan specific. But we have Enemy, of course, that we saw yesterday being absolutely awesome. And then we have Last Dance, which is the one that we're basically following tonight. Sort of. There's one with 0% win rate. That has to be a reroll. But also some very well-known names here, like Slobina Lisa, and of course that's Liberty. And then of course we have Team Renaissance, which is basically 322, which is I think where Rambo originally came from. And after that we also have Vaporize, which is basically Demo with 1 guest. And here we also see Pyroblast, and Pyroblast is also a tour streamer, so if you haven't subbed to him, definitely do that. His channel is massive, to be honest. But he's so far, as much as I've interacted with him, he's a really nice guy. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. Don't think I've really done that yet. Not much in any case. So I'm looking forward to that. And with that said, we are under 3 minutes in the room countdown, so I can actually go in there and have a look. And we see that Demo is already completely ready for Hallis, which is for once a different map than the standard set of maps that we kept seeing yesterday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the matches tonight. We'll see what happens. Basically, it is, I think, best of 5 for most rounds. Maybe the last one is not. Let me just have a quick look, because I always forget this. Stage 4, yes, Grand Finals best of 7. So for the most part, it is best of 5. So yeah, we see that Demo taking lots of AMX 54s, which seem to be the case for most teams that we've seen so far. They switched up the links in Discord. Okay, good to know. Yesterday, when I was set to stream only 1 team, Jolyon actually apologized for that afterwards, but I was like, that's actually an interesting way of streaming. Like, that's kind of like how it used to begin, how it used to be. Because when I first started streaming, I didn't have like a laptop that could handle Blitz and everything. So I was just like first person streaming, which was honestly quite interesting. But you kind of like, when you have the bird's eye view that I do, you kind of forget all the things that people cannot see. And you know that they can't see, but the information that you have is so much more than what the teams have, and it was interesting to watch it that way, to be honest. So yeah, 1 minute left to go. Quick now has a full team present, so that's good. But we have Demo completely ready, just waiting for the timer to go down, with 3 AMX 54s, 2 Kranwagens, a Chieftain, and an LT. To be fair, there's some tank names that are like, yeah, should I just like say that AMX M4 MLE 54? AMX 54 is just so much shorter. Oh, thank you. Being Human just posted, roses are red, grapes are green. We love your streams and your sweet voice between. Hope you are getting better every day, sending prayers and love for you and your family. That is super sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, that sort of stuff makes my day, not gonna lie. Quick now ready with 4 AMX 54s, 2 215Bs and the LC. My god, it's about Yusuf and Steven and a Toyan! Oh my god! Here we go. Hallis is actually one of my least favorite maps for tours. Not that it doesn't lead to interesting tour stuff happening, mind you. It's more the fact that it's quite small and there's so many fire lines. Now we have the AMXs from demo going towards base C, whereas Last Dance is just focusing on base A, which is interesting because there's been a few times now where base B, especially, not even A, but B, has just been completely neglected. And they just leave it be, and now it's getting reset, which means that actually Daimyo will have to point. Nice! This is why I love the traces, because you see where they are shooting, but the tank is so small and so low that they couldn't actually hit it. Nagibato moving in, seeing who's there. Last actually still has a tiny point advantage, but they are working to get a bigger one by capping the base. And that might be very expensive for demo if Nagibato manages to... Oh, he does get reset, but he doesn't get hurt for it. So I think he's waiting to have his spotting reset and then might try again. He is doing a little bit of damage here to... Oh god, help me out here, Prof. What is this name? See, these are the kind of things that I should, like, practice that beforehand. Throttle in danger. Stick then didn't actually get spotted for that one though, which is interesting enough. Trouble is now moving back. Last Dance has a tiny point advantage here. So that's interesting, because it means that basically Demo will have to make the first move. At the same time... Ooh, Pyro getting a shot in there. They have to make the first move, but they only need 1 kill to basically ensure victory. Blind shot there. They are shooting at where they think Pyro is, but he's not really peeking out that much. It's clever holding, to be fair. You also see, what I find interesting is that all of them, all of Quick, is sort of like in one corner, whereas Demo is a lot more spread out. With Throttle in a very forwards. Look at... Oh, they do expect him to be there, but they didn't hit him. That is so cheeky. Is he going to try that again? I want to see him try that again. And he's just holding, and he doesn't know where he's getting spotted from. Now, Troll is moving, but he's just not been spotted. That is so cheeky. And at the same time now, we have Demo pushing on the other side. Going after Nagibator. Who's of course not without defenses. Pulls back. They are going to go for base B cap, because that will too get them the point advantage that they really want. And they are being reset, but they're not being reset enough. Because there's not much they can do. There's too many positions where they can stand. And all they need to do now is survive. Nagibator is coming. Neep is going after Troddle. Oh, but they're both losing quite a bit of HP. Neep really not looking too healthy. Troddle running off. Where now we have Nagibator in the middle, in danger. Vadratni also in the danger there. And lots of tanks are being murdered, but now base C is being stolen, base A is being stolen. The thing is that we're at 955 points for Demo. They basically only need the 1 kill. And they need someone to stand in base A. They're literally blocking the side there. This is very cleverly done. And there we go, with the last skill on Striker. Demo has the first game. I didn't bin the message, no. Let me do that. There we go. You still have a full game too. It's all good. But that was clever gameplay by Demo there. One and a half minutes left to go before we go into the second game. She said, as long as we understand what you're talking about, it doesn't matter what you call the tanks. That is very true. I like that. Same Stitel? That sounds German. See. That is honestly like... Now my YouTube is being a pain. I'm just trying to copy the name so I can look at it in a big font, honestly. That is interesting though. Zamestitel. Zamestitel? I'm just gonna go with Zamestitel, honestly. Yeah, with 18 seconds left to go, we see Demo now ready with 2 Kruidwagens, 2 AMX 54s, a Chieftain, an LT and a Hori, versus an LT, 215 Bs and full AMX 54s. It's Deputy, okay. This is the thing, like, I like knowing how to pronounce the names, but when it's like a completely, basically different alphabet, I'm not really good at it. But I think I'll go with Deputy then, that's a lot easier. Here we go! Now we have last stands heading towards the C section with Neep first and foremost, but all of Demo is there as well. He does spot a few people, he does get spotted in turn, he does get away with it, he does not get hit for it. He is a lucky little light tank. Trottle also getting spotted, also unhurt. Striker might be in a lot of danger here, because Mortarion has been spotted. So he knows that there's multiple people there, especially now that Deputy has also been spotted. A and B are both being kept. Both by the light tanks, by the way. C is so far left as is. Deputy having a look. Does get spotted for it. Does take a nice big hit for that. Striker is holding. This is also something you can do with this mod, by the way. Fly outside of the map lines, which makes spectating a lot easier. Deputy might... yeah, he is trying to go for C, but he knows that there's people there, so it is dangerous to do so. He might get away with it if he uses that pellet, because that's what I do in randoms as well. Wiggle so much that it's hard for them to reset you, and that shot did no damage. Cedric lost a bit of HP there. And there we go, now they have base C, and again Demo has the advantage in caps and points. Cedric can't really go and cap base A, because it is being protected. We have 2 AMXs pushing. They have to be... this is a very tricky position to be in for them though. They could get farmed so hard. And they do spot people. Base A being kept, but both Chieftain and Throttle are going after him. That's going to be the end of Cedric. And it is. And it also means that base B is unprotected and Throttle could potentially just cap it and add insult to injury. We're already at 700 points. Demo being very, very strong here. I just got told that I butchered the name. Same as Diesel completely. I'm sorry. Deputy it is for sure. Nagibator going in a reverse side scraping position does get a nice hit in. But it's not going to be long for this world. Deputy gets taken out. Base C is being stolen back. But HP wise and gun wise, Demo has the advantage here. Throttle just running around. Not even getting hit much. Slobina Lisa goes down, but we're already at 1k points and Demo has the game again. Very aggressive gameplay by Demo in a way that you don't really expect. Basically, they go for the bases, in this case. And then they just hold, because after that, the other team has to push, and they do that expertly. Zamir Stetio. Yeah, Deputy. I think I'm supposed to stick with Deputy. Oh, I do apologize, because, like, my first name is Jodone. And that's something that, like, English-speaking people cannot pronounce it. Because the O sound that is in there doesn't actually exist in the English language. So they always call me Joe, which is, of course, nothing like my name. And it can be a bit annoying at times. At the same time, it's just like, hey, yeah, I understand it doesn't exist in your language. So people mispronouncing my name, it happens. It's fine. If I didn't want that, I should have had an easier name, honestly. But that's also why I always do apologize when I know that I'm butchering names, because it's not my intention. I don't want... I'm not doing it to be rude, let's put it that way. I'm trying and failing. So yeah, Deputy works better. Also, I need to say the stop guessing now. And that will be the end of the first giveaway, because the third game is the game that will give the winning score. So far though, Quick really has to basically reset their minds. We are going to Desert Sands, of course very different maps. We see E50Ms being taken out, alongside all the LTs and AMX54s and Chieftains and IS4s. And let's see. Nice bunch of camos here. I do like the Firebird one. That would be so cool if it was animated though. Like if the Phoenix fire behind it glowed, that would be fabulous. Monster Evo is also such a cool camo. Shoulder going into spotting position. Actually drops down into the town. Neep going for a quick cap. With the AMXs that have been spotted, and they're actually pushing towards spawn. This is very forward. They did cap base C. Striker might be in danger from crossfire. No, they're actually moving. They do know that Nagibator is there though. And with the tank being as tall as it is, it might be difficult for Nagibator to get out of there. So the question is more, what will happen now? Shots being fired. Deb being quite forwards, wanting to shoot Striker, and doing just that. And Nagibator wants to get the damage in. We now have Neep on the other side. Now getting in trouble, but was giving some nice crossfire there. The Evos are holding in town, getting some more shots in, using the desert dunes to get some shots in. Deputy. Ooh, Slobina Lisa might be in danger there, because we also have Pyroblast moving in the French underscore vehicles. Or as we would like to call it, the Foch. That is butchered because of the mod that I use to go outside the lines. Slobina Lisa now in danger, has to be careful. Lots of crossfire happening as the teams basically switch sides. Mortarion is the first one gone. Oh, Slobina taking a lot of hits there. But is still alive. Neep is running off. Slobina is going to go for base C. As A is being stolen back. But right now Last Dance is definitely biting back. Froddle is going after Neep. Deb goes down. Of course, Neep is not going to survive this encounter unless he gets some very lucky bounces, which is not likely to happen. He has a grand total of 39 HP. He does get another hit in, making Froddle a potential one-shot for some tanks. But with 670 points, Kvadratny losing a whole lot of HP very fast there. Chip sick as well. Nagibator gets hit there by Pyro. I'm not sure. Deputy not looking too healthy. Now the Foch has been spotted, but he's relocating. There goes Deputy with a nice little ammo rack, but there was not much HP left, so it wasn't one of those game-changing ones. Kvadratny in danger. Slobina Lisa goes down. Kvadratny goes down. And we have Cedric actually making Pyro's life difficult. No, sorry, Dr. Watson. Dr. Watson, oh my god. And now we just have Trottle and Pyroblast left. Trottle goes down. And the game is for Last Dance. This would be such a cool camo though. Like, I'm such a child. I get distracted by those things. But look at the corpse camo basically of the Foch. That looks fabulous. It's not so much that I... Pogromka is probably the Devyat? Is that the Deb guy? Yes, okay, thank you. Which else do I need? Because with Kvadratny, I think I'm at least pronouncing that right. Then we have Deputy. Then we have Devyat, which is the IS-4. Darida Aqua, Mortarion, that's all, let's say, normal. It should be Neep. How do you say that? Neep Verdanke, that's probably really wrong. And what should Pogromka be then? See, the thing is, this is kind of like, I see the name in English characters, so I pronounce it how I think it should be. If I know that's different, of course, then I will do my very best to not do that again, because I respect these people so much. They're very OP players. Actually, I forgot to... There we go. The grand total score is 15,968. That's a good score. And for the second game on Desert Sands, we see Last Dance now ready with 3 E50Ms, 2 Chieftain and 2 AMX 54s, versus 3 AMX 54s, a Chieftain and 3 E50Ms. Yeah, I do apologize for butchering names, that's never my intention. Oh, I have a Wild 34 in the chat as well. That's awesome. Hello everyone, by the way, not just those people, but very happy to see some people. Just need to train on the names more. Neep heading towards the middle. Evo camo looking fabulous. People crossing over. Pyro losing a little bit of HP. They're again being very forwards here, and this might be tricky because now we have Nagibator on his own, facing a lot of firepower. That does mean, though, that quick is the advantage in the desert. And they are not quite making use of it. The thing is that Demo is also like in holding positions. Now Chipstick and Striker returning to help, but Nagibator is lost a lot of HP. He might not survive this. Oh, there he goes. Trottle's lost some HP in the desert. Chipstick goes down. And this is always the danger. If you send tanks back to help the lone tank, by the time you get there, the lone tank might be gone. Slobina gets murdered by Dr. Watson. Oh god, that's another impossible name, Razal. There goes Striker. Neep is gone. And we just have Cedric and Kvadratny left. And Cedric is a one-shot. Goes down, and now it's just Kvadratny. Going in for Little Ram. Monster Evo versus regular camo. And he does get that kill, but by now there's just too many tanks and too much HP, and there he goes. But like the Hololive camo, if you have that like when it's dead and you have like the black colors with the blue rims, that looks so cool though. Okay, so that's the next one. How do I pronounce this one? Is that just Rizal? I'm just, yeah, hoping that. So that is the first matchup up and over, with Demo taking it home gloriously, to be honest. Fabulous game so far. Let's see, when is our next match? So we have the upper bracket, which is Enemy. In about half an hour. Enemy versus Demo. We saw Enemy last time. I should say Vaporize, to be honest. Basically, it's not just a Hololive camo. There are some things this mod brings. At first it didn't load these batches in the middle. Look at the name of the draw. It's storage/item/draw_certificate_9tier/title. And there's a few things like that because of the mod. Let's just have a quick look to see if Prof already has the winners. Ooh, Prof won himself. So we have Broken Guy and A Professor A winning a fan container. Also, I'm going to add another spammer. There we go. Thing is, my moderators in chat are mainly just the people that are there often and that I trust to make a good call if need be. I never trust my never trust my moderators, the wrong one. I never count on my moderators always being there, because it's kind of like I don't want it to be a job. So it's, except for Professor A and Mutsu, who always run my giveaways for me, to be fair. But for the most part, I don't want anyone to feel obligated to be there just because I'm streaming. Anyway, I've got some lovely, lovely games for you in replays. I'm going to start with this one because I'm kind of curious how this goes. Noob in the Tank. That is absolutely a fantastic name, not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna stay with Neep then. To not sim out the whole time when I name him. Oh dear. There's just so many fantastic cameras in the game though. And I'm kind of got like the ADHD brain. Never got an official diagnosis, but have some very big traits of it. But I'm just like hopping onto things. Like with the destroyed Foch, the camo of that destroyed tank looking so good. The meta is very heavy orientated. Nice. Nice little bounce as well. The thing with the E100 is that can so easily get shot in the face though, and now he has to be careful not to get crossfired. He's being farmed from multiple sides, so he has to be careful to angle just right. And of course, having a tank behind you. Nice. When a tank is this close to you, it is so annoying and it doesn't help. It doesn't work and it doesn't help. I do not mind tuning with people, but I always kind of want my teammate to sort of do their own things, that you're not like right next to each other. It works if you're purposely doing it like on mines or something. But it is really annoying when they're just impeding your movements, but also basically making your cover impossible. I'm not sure why he's focusing ladders so much. Just Rizal, okay. Okay, so we're sticking with Rizal, and we have Deputy, and we have Deviat. He's in a bit of danger, and again, the 60 DP is just constantly in the way. There's a Death Star there. He's looking the other way though, which means free damage. I will have a look in the chat. The thing is that I can't really keep up with all of the chats when I'm streaming, because I kind of need to focus on the games, and with 3 minutes delay it is hard to make sure what you're what I need to reply to and what I don't. That's not a lettuce, it's peon, I think. Lettuce or peon? Nice. Peon, so not a she, I think. I also have a replay from lettuce, which is what I was confused with. Oh, nice bounce. You need all the bounces here. And another one. Peon being OP. Peon actually joined my September competition that I had on the official server, and he had like such a good showcase game of the IS-8 that was just glorious. Ooh, if he can avoid getting hit by the Death Star, that would be great. Cracking shots. I know that Neep is pronounced noob, but I want to avoid insulting someone on stream. Plus, if I keep using insults to people, that could get me reported and stuff, so I just want to avoid that. Okay, so need to scroll back. 9. Defiat needs 9, okay. Also just want to thank you all for helping me learn these pronunciations, because I do want to get it right, even if I'm noobing out on it. It's just funny though, because you have the we can actually start the second giveaway, I think. Like, my native language is Dutch, and that also means that basically, apparently it's an easy language to learn. We don't have very difficult grammar rules and stuff like that. We just have sounds that other languages don't. Let's see, we had enemy, just need to check to make sure. I'm just basically getting in my own way, let's say. Yes, enemy. Start guessing now. I can't even type, honestly. Yes, we don't want to fan containers. There we go. But yeah, that also means that basically English isn't my first language either, and I don't mind that because I speak a lot of English. I think in English, I dream in English and everything. So my English is pretty decent. But every now and again, I really struggle to find words, and it's so annoying. And I will not be able to think of the English word or the or even the Dutch word. It's just like, I don't know. Poof, word gone. Yeah, there's a lot of weird languages out there, and for me, I can of course speak Dutch and English. I can speak some French. I can speak some German. I know a little bit of Swedish. I can read and understand German for the most part, but I'm just not comfortable speaking it. And there's more stuff like that where I know a little bit. But that basically, when it comes to the, let's say, Eastern European names or Russian names, I'm just at a loss. I don't know how to say them. And I don't, basically, I would love to learn Russian. But I have about the ability to concentrate, like, is non-existent right now. Which I really, really hate, because it's very frustrating. But yeah, there's no helping that right now. It is what it is. But it also means that learning new things takes me a whole long time. And it is really frustrating. Like, I can't even read books right now, because it's just, can't concentrate that much, which is why I listen to audiobooks, which is fine. But it's hard to learn new things that way, so even though now I know how to pronounce the names, there's a good chance that in a little bit, kapoof, I will need to be reminded of some names in later streams when we come to the official tour season and everything. I have to keep in mind, Mixo, these are not my games. This is basically, I'm just showing you replays. Nice little fire. Cheeky little bugger, isn't he? There we go. This is always when I can, I play Supremacy only, unless I need to win an encounter or stuff like that. Like right now I have a mission where I need to do like 25k damage or something in encounter. I'm just like, why do you do this to me? I don't want to play encounter, like, honestly. But yeah, I would have kept that base to add a little pressure. At the same time, with his teammates so far on the other side of the map. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Oh, 3. We found the Death Star. The Death Star might be able to kill him. Come on, come on, come on. You need to murder them and fast. Oof, nice hit. Now he needs to use the path to avoid getting shot. Because the VK does land nice. And all of a sudden it's 2v2. Lettuce being a clever girl here. Now they just need to find where the other one is. I wouldn't go over that, to be honest. Yeah, he's going to go after the Death Star to reset it. Nice! That was needed. Is he AFK? He looks to be AFK. Go, 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 go! Oh, this would be where I would go so YOLO. I think he's AFK. He is AFK. And that didn't pen. No, go! You need to kill the active player. Killing an AFK is fine. You can always do that later. Oh, that. I would rather use Premo to murder someone than HE, just to be safe. There we go. Well, this was solo, but using HE to get a kill on a big heavy tank is always dangerous. You should be there, to your left. Your other left. He really is AFK. He's got time though. She's got time. I'm so used to everyone in Blitz being male that even as a female myself, I tend to just go with the male pronoun. No, you can't ban it with HE. You should have it on the next reload, which should be... You could wait a split second longer to get more points. It's kind of sad though for the 60 TP, because if this guy hadn't been AFK, not the VK, I mean the VK72, if this guy hadn't been AFK, they might well have won this. Lovely little ace though. But yeah, if you want to see one of my own games, I will do that next. We still have time. Because I actually have one of my own games, 1935. Oh my god, it actually... No, never mind. It loads the small banner of my background, but not my actual background. Let's have a look. I had a game earlier today. That's actually... This is one of the funniest things. And I needed to win in ratings. So basically, this is my go-to ratings tank. Because the 752, even on a loss, you are a lot more likely to be able to get some points. It's going to skip a little bit because this is empty space. Yes, Supremacy makes acing tanks both easier and harder at the same time. I agree. But I find Supremacy so much more enjoyable to play, mainly because you can force your team to go one or another direction. Like, if they have the pressure for the points, you know that they have to go to the bases sometime. Or you're going to win on points. Either way, it's a win-win situation. This is also a thing that I want to point out. A lot of people go all the way to the hill more on the right side. That also means that you're in the line for the campus. So what I do is I use these rocks to hopefully avoid getting shot at. He shoots, I get some assisted damage. I derp, and then I pull back. And at this time, I'm getting shot from there. And I know that there's someone there, but he's not spotted. And I'm not sure exactly where he's at. That was also like a very useful shot. Especially since I'm still not... Look at the amount of bounces there. I was not unhappy with that. And I thought the IS-7 would go towards me, but it's actually going the other side. But I just want to have a quick look. But then I saw him drop down. It's like, okay, he's not here. The Badger is going that way as well. That's one threat less. And there we have it. And of course I do that, which is absolutely useless. I still no idea if I actually hit him. I should check that in the stats afterwards, honestly. But this is one of those games where it's not so much about the damage that I do. It's about the damage that I let my team do. So I'm just going to see if I can shoot anyone there. Which, funnily enough, I can. In the meantime, someone's passing in front of me and trying to shoot me. And I'm like, okay, you want my attention? You got it. And then I bounce again. RNG was not with me this match. Then he does this, and I've still no idea why he did this. And I'm just waiting to respot him. And then just land some extra shots into him. And I needed to kill TD, so I was happy with that. So yeah, base B is being capped now. I was so hoping that he would stay there so I could shoot him, but I was also afraid that he was going to try and farm me. K91 got murdered, but he's not actually pulling back. So I wasn't sure if I needed to run, because if he were to pull back and try to shoot me, I would have been in danger. Bye Mutsu, have a good night. And then of course I've got a friend here. And this is the thing, like when you have situations like this and you're on a hill like this and you know you've got camper tanks that can support you, the best you can do is face hug him and moving back so that he's going to get shot by your team. Plus face hugging and aiming your gun at their gun makes it a lot harder for them to actually pen you. And then of course you premo their face, side, front. Oh my god, I am so tired, I'm so sorry. Yes, I did forget to pin. Message. There you go. I never claimed to be a pro at this. And now I know that it's very unlikely for me to actually get him because I actually dropped down. Had I stayed up, I might have been able to cross shot him. So I'm just like, I might as well just get some points just in case, because they're pretty low health for the most part. So I'm not sure if that would work out. So I just decide to casually. I like how someone did 8 damage to him. But there he goes. Death Dog got him. But this is one of those games where like what I did isn't necessarily that awesome, but my team did what I needed them to. And I blocked some nice damage there. Got a nice steel wall and a patrol duty. But yeah, I'm still calibrating. It's not going too bad, to be fair. Let's see, I'm at 4 battles. I think, yeah, I lost 1, but I did do very badly there. I needed to win in TDs, and I needed to win raiding battles, so that's how I ended up with 4 battles, 3 of which were in the TD. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm probably gonna finish the rest of the calibration in the 752 because that generally works better, not gonna lie. Room invite should come soon, I think. Yeah, just over a minute, so I'm not gonna start another replay there. I like games like that, where it's like, it's proven that you don't need to do everything yourself, as well as being in the right position for your team is equally as effective. I like how most of the people in the chat have a spare now. Yeah, now we just need to wait a little bit. We can look at the event stuff. Honestly, where's that camo? This camo. I can't actually click it now. I don't want to find this storage. I can click it here. Look how cool that looks, and it actually, like, it glows. I absolutely love this thing. I want it. That's my kind of coloring and everything. There's some cool things out there. I like the soul conductor thing. There's some nice stuff in the crates as well. Storage / item / chest _ This is mod work. Oh, it's fantastic. Ooh. There we go. Like the soul eaters in there, which I've already gotten, as you can see. There's some things I can't see right now. But there's some potential gold and, of course, that camo that I really, really want. Oh, that's right. That is the beetle camo. Like, I would want this camo so much more if it wasn't so mummified. Like, if you had just the beetles, just the scarabs, I would have absolutely loved this camo so much more. There's a tank charm, and this is... Oh, the profile background. Which you... That doesn't work either, okay. I do have that. Actually, I got it from a crate already, so I was lucky there. So yeah. Also, by the way, have to ask. Like, you see the background there with the tank. There's like empty space between one part of the turret and the other part of the turret. Like, in-game, there's like this electrical thing where it's sort of... It magnetizes it together, so to speak. But it's not there. And I think that it's done on purpose. But I know a few people that are really upset at it. Because it's just not there. And it just looks like the turret is floating or being shot away. It's weird like that. So yeah. I do want the tank though. Like, the thing is that also in the... There we go. Now you see it more in the middle. Like, in the... I think if you look at the tank... What it shows... Like here it shows the energy between in the turret gap. But for some reason in all the images it's not like that. It's a bit of a... I think it's sad that they did that. Like, I think it is done consciously because it's so noticeable that it can't be an accident. At the same time, it shouldn't be like that. Let's have a look. We're starting... Oh, we're going to Lagoon, which is where the 60TP battle with the AFK Type 71 was. We have Vaporize already completely ready with 3 AMX-54s, 2 Chieftain, 1 Kraanwagen and an LT. And on enemy side, V side, we see 4 AMX-50Bs. So AMX-54s. Jesus, my brain is like all over the place. I think I have a 50TP replay as well, but I can't show that anymore now. Let's see, we see an E50M. I do like, by the way, that wargaming, like the damage order. I dislike that we didn't have fun modes for that. Like, boss mode would have helped so much with that. But at the same time, I do like that they gave away some very epic camos. Like the Halloween reaction pack, you could get a Halloween tank. And of course, you had the Evo and the monster regular, so to speak, that you could get just for free. I like that. Like, you can say what you want about wargaming. Yes, sometimes they seem greedy and everything, but they also give plenty of free stuff. Just not easily, because this was a hard order. I didn't finish it, but also because I have all the Halloween tanks, so that's it as well. So, for enemy, we see 3 AMX-54s, a Chieftain, and an AMX-50B, actually. And 2 E50Ms. Lagoon, of course, interesting map. I do kind of like playing on it, but I like playing on it more in, like, terms of tier 6 and tier 8. rather than tier 10. Because it feels like quite small. It's a fun map, but it's small. No, I think there's only one version of it. Of the mummy camo, basically. And here we go into the first game of the upper bracket. Let's have a look. Oh, look, it looks to be glowing, but if that was actually animated, that would have been so wicked. Let's see. Demo heading towards the sea area with Troll. Going into the spawning position to see if anyone crosses over there. But no one is actually going for A here. So you won't be spotting anyone. The Evo's going up. I should just call them E50Ms, to be honest. Oh, we have people lying in wait. Mortarion in danger. A is being kept. B has been kept. And they need to be careful. Dr. Watson is moving up. Mortarion is being pushed. Dr. Watson might be in danger there all on his own. But now we have Pyroblast also moving up. And they are... Ooh, 99 damage being done to KMS. He's now on a clip reload. DXD seems to be the preferred target for Demo. KMS is the first one gone. Watson is not going to be long for this world. Parmesan not looking too healthy either. DX goes down first. Troddle taking out Parmesan. Watson dropping down. Pyroblast literally blocking him in every possible way. Mortarion not looking too healthy either. Devotion goes down. Virulent is not looking too healthy either. Mortarion is still alive, have to say. Kind of like man of the match for me. And Rambo goes down. There goes Mortarion, finally. But basically him holding as he did as they pushed and letting the rest of the team come around. Dr. Watson goes down still. But that was fabulously played there by Vaporize. Hey Oskavitz and Netforce and everyone, of course. If I miss anyone, it's nothing personal, it's because I can't keep my attention on the chat much. But that was... Ooh, look at Darita. He's using my avatar. I like that. And my background. Big fan. Honestly, like, having my background in game is still so utterly mind-blowing. I can't get over that. So, whenever I meet someone that is actually using my background, I'm always giving them a heart reaction after the battle. Unless, of course, they were rude or something. But overall, it just makes me really happy to see people using that. Because honestly, like, even if you don't like me or my content, the background is just so gorgeous. I love it. So yeah, that's the first game up and over. And now we have Vaporize ready with 4 AMX-54s, 2 Chieftains and a LT. And on enemy side we see 3 AMX-54s, potentially 2 Chieftains, a 215B and an E50M. Both teams are sort of letting the E50Ms go. I kind of wonder always, like, when you see stuff like that happening and they then no longer really take the tank. It's kind of like, yeah, we tried it, we didn't like it. Or did they have a specific tactic and are they using a different tactic now? Let's see. Also, to be clear, by the way, that the right now there's still damage casting for this one going, so the third game will be vital, which is after this game I will stop the guessing. But after that we will be guessing for the grand finals, so not the lower bracket, but the grand finals. Yes, I think Netforce typoed his name. Demo heading towards the base A section now. And we have enemy doing the same thing. Virulent is having a look to see who is there. He does spot Pyroblast. Both teams are firing blind shots into the bushes. Clever stuff. Pyro did lose some HP there though. Defiat is being shot at, but does not receive any damage yet. Tiny bit of damage there. Devotion moving in, going for the cap. Wants to shoot Pyroblast, does not get the shot in. Now Pyroblast looks back and they do the same thing, but he HEs him for a little bit of damage. At the same time, we have... They're both pushing, but it's 3 versus 4, so they're actually pushing into the strength. We have the LT versus Virulentus. Troll trying to make use of his mobility more. Struggling a little bit to get his shots in. This is the thing, while you have to shoot while driving, that can be very tricky. Oh, he missed that, so Troll escapes. Pyroblast in the meantime has been taken out. We have sorry for the camera derping here. There goes Rambo. Devotion and Deputy are both very low in HP. Deputy have... Oof! Yevgeny goes down, but there goes Deputy. I think Yevgeny actually got set on fire there. Devotion goes down. Defiat goes down. We have Darida and Troll still alive, but there's a lot of tanks for them to deal with. And that will make it very difficult, especially since Darida is now being pushed on on all sides. Troll is still alive, trying to arrive to help. But there's just too much HP there. And he goes down as well. And the game is for enemy. Well played. So that is the second game up and over. That also means that I'm going to say that people need to stop guessing now in about a minute. I always find it so funny, like when you see how tanks perform in tours compared to how tanks perform in randoms. It's so different. Like, people will look at a tour and think, oh, that's like the best possible tank out there. And it doesn't work like that, because in tours, it is team dependent. You're depending on your team, and your team is depending on you. So your choice of tank works for that specific role, that specific function, in that specific spot. This is an interesting lineup though. Demo going for an E100, a Hori, a Mouse, an AMX-54, 2 VK90s and an LT. Yeah, when you compare it to randoms, it just doesn't work like that, because you have to make do on your own. And you have to use the team that you have, and you can't expect them to work with you. Also need to unpin. There we go. I actually remembered. And with 5 seconds left to go, Parmesan readies up and we see an IS-7, 3A, Max 54s, a 215B, a 4202. And I think it was a... let's see... 1 Monster Evo. Yes, that was me from the future. This map is also a pain if you don't have this mod installed. So with all the funky names that we see from tanks, it's well worth it. Demo focusing on the base A side. Enemy doing the same thing. I should say Vaporize an enemy. Base C being kept. I think they are expecting people to go into base B, but no one's there yet. Rambo does get spotted though. Who is he? That is cheeky. A is now being kept. Troll is there. Hidden, but he's there. But it does mean that Vaporize is at a disadvantage. Oh, he does not get spotted there. Light tanks for the win. Let's see. Lots of blind shots happening in bushes and everything. But so far only Devyat and Rambo have taken a little bit of damage. We have 4 Relentless in the middle. Right now, only Tonikawa is spotted. More blind shots happening in bushes. This is also something you can learn so much from watching pro players play. Like, they can guess that someone is there. Mortarion actually got track damage from that, I think. But look how he's positioned. He's not there to be aggressive. He doesn't need to. And he gets tracked again. And again. But they know that he's there, but he's side-scraping so perfectly that he's not taking any damage for that. But he is keeping people spotted. And they don't know exactly where people are getting spotted from. So you can learn so much from these kind of things. Also what Virulentus was doing. He was shooting this bush. And there was no one behind it. But he didn't know. And so they shoot, because that gives them information. Trollo is also holding. He's not there to do much, but he is keeping Parmesan spotted when he peeks up like that. It is clever stuff. And the thing is, everything gives information. Parmesan now has information that someone is there. They just don't know exactly where and how and who. But they know that someone is there. Same with Devyat. He knows that he's getting spotted. And it's likely he's getting spotted from somewhere, someone behind this bush. Stuff like that is interesting. Now, Demo is pushing. Parmesan needs to not be there anymore. Rambo is in danger in the middle here. He is holding, wants to get a shot in, does not do it, but loses like 1k damage for it. 1k hit points. Devotion loses HP. Troddle murders Rambo. At the same time, we have the counter reaction on the other side, where they're pushing Devyat. And he goes down. Base B has been taken. Base A has been stolen. Mortarion gets tracked. The 4202 is in danger. And they kind of need to get behind him and take out Mortarion. Virulentus goes down, was in a tricky position, basically shot from 3 sides. Devotion loses HP, base B is now being stolen. They can't really afford to let that happen. But Demo is being very all around them. Troddle running off. Getting shot. But they have to keep base B somehow. And they're not gonna. Now we have Troddle arriving near base A. And he doesn't need to take it. He just needs to survive, really. Deputy goes down. KMS locks moving in. Mortar Parmesan goes down. 930. It could still go every which way. Mortaring goes down. Base A is being stolen now. Oof. Tonikawa and DX go down, and then we are at 1k points. And Vaporize has it. Again, such a clever game though. I love that. And that means that the score is 12,518. The winning score for the second giveaway. Clever games. Like, this is why I love tours. You don't get games like this in randoms. Yes, you might have potentially an accidental two-mate every now and again, but you don't get games like that in randoms. That's why I love tours. That's basically the pinnacle of gameplay. So now for the fourth game, we have Vaporize now ready with only one AMX 54. Why do I keep seeing 50Bs, just honestly? We have a Hori, a Mouse, an IS-7, a VK-90, an LT and a Kranwagen. And on the other side, enemy is still getting ready. There's still 40 seconds left for that, mind you, so all good. But we see an IS-4, a Super Conqueror, 2 AMX 54s and 2 215Bs, and whatever bombs will take. And he takes an AMX 54. The funniest thing is that before, the AMX 54 didn't really cut it for tours. And I dislike that wargaming is balancing things basically based on super consumables rather than actually balancing the tanks. That's always been a pet peeve of mine. I dislike the super consumables. Well, it is fun to see what it does to tours, basically, when you have like different tanks with different rules because of the consumables that they can take. Let's see. Also, just wanted to point out that of course Vaporize is up for match point. If they win this game, then they are through to the grand finals. And that would mean that enemy is going to go through the lower bracket. But they still have a chance to get to the grand finals. Rambo quite forwards in his IS-4. Spots people. We have base C being kept by Troll. And we have Rambo going in quite aggressively. Does get a shot in. Tonikawa's lost a whole lot of health there though. Has to be very careful not to lose more. Base B is there. It's being capped. And base C is being stolen. And they cap it at the same time. But Vaporize had base C before. Now the Hori is moving in. Oof, does not get that hit though. An enemy is kind of dug into their spawn. Like most of the tanks are in a quite small part of the map. And now we have Trottle at the back going into base A. As he can. We have Virulentus. Kind of like reverse positioning his tank. And now B and A are both capped by Vaporize. That puts pressure on enemy and they have to make a move. But that also means that with the positions that Demo has, Vaporize, they're in very good positions to support one another. Basically base A is cut off, they can't really go there without losing a huge chunk of HP. And base B is well protected as well. And we have Trottle moving around the back of the map there. Possibly going to steal base C, or at least spot who's in the middle. And this is very clever gameplay. I have to say, for me, Trottle is man of the matchup. Not so much because of damage that he does, but because of the caps that he gets and just the way that he runs around and is everywhere at once. Watson moves back. This is the thing. This is the thing. They are making a move because they kind of have to. Watson losing a whole lot of HP very quickly, but they're pushing quite aggressively. And the question is, will it work? They do take out Dr. Watson. Parmesan's not looking too healthy. Darida Aqua is in danger. We now have Deputy turning around to deal with Tonikawa. HP is being lost everywhere. Darida Aqua goes down. Base C is being stolen. A and B are also being stolen. Tonikawa is going to go down. He has too little HP left. Can't do much about it. He's probably not going to reload in time. And he does not. And that leaves base A in Demo's power. AMS Locks takes out Defyat. And is then moving back. Technically, they have an advantage. He has to take a shot to get the kill. But there goes DX, and there goes Rezal. Trottle still alive, together with Pyroblast. And we have Rambo chasing, but it's actually Virulentus that gets the kill. And there goes Pyroblast. An enemy has the game, and we get a tiebreaker. Thing is, I should call the teams by their team name because they're not technically all in the same clan. In this case, enemy is all in V, and Demo is all in Demo. Vaporize. But there are people in the teams that are from other clans. I reckon the demon was already taken. But let me have a quick look if I can see that. It's from actually like the Russian word, I think. Demo rather than demon. I just always call them demo, but it is demon, isn't it? I like how it does have the ducky background. Oh my god, this mod. In the meantime, we have the winners of the other two fan containers, which is Rage 77764 and Depeche Mode with a lot of 3s rather than E's. You will both get a fan container. So congratulations! So now we are going to the tiebreaker on Yukon. That's going to be interesting. It's been a long time since I've seen that in tours. And we see that Demo is using 3 AMX54s, 2 Chieftains, an LT and a VK90 versus 2 Chieftains, a VK90, 2 AMX54s and an E50M. Trottle is apparently German for someone clumsy. I like that. Thing is though, like, a large part of the player base is Cyrillic speaking. I would love to be able to read what they say. Let's see. I'm going to stick with Trottle. This keeps reminding me of Throttle, which kind of fits the light tanks that he's driving. He might be able to spot Virulentus there, and he does. Lots of shots in that direction, but not a lot of Ben. Throttle is deciding to not want to be there anymore. Base B is being capped, base C is being capped. Crossfire happening. Pyroblast being very careful, not actually pushing forwards. Like on this map, I always love being here, especially in a tank that has turret armor. You can be very troll there. But you can also have a good look into base C. That being said, it can be quite dangerous if you're in a tool, because that's very different. D now being taken. A is going to get taken as well. But D will get capped a little bit more quickly, so enemies should have a tiny bit of point advantage here. And we have Demo sort of like lying in wait. Darina Aqua staying there, together with Mortarion. So the question is, where will they go now? Pyroblast is now actually in the position that I was talking about. Only I do it sideways rather than more like this. Roddle not spotting anyone. KMS looks is nicely hidden behind the building there. Tonikawa does get spotted, so they know that there's someone there. Troddle's being very careful. Parmesan's not spotted yet. Fire lines happening into the town. But no one's been damaged as yet. Aside from Peter Lenses earlier, of course, but I mean, like, with all the cross shots happening. And this is interesting because it's Tonikawa doing the spotting, and they have KMS behind here. Getting the shots in. Nice shot. Like across the distance. Panning it like that. An enemy has the point advantage. Now we have Demo rotating back around, probably going to make a play for base D, I think, based on movements. Troddle moving forwards, going into the bush to maybe get some spots there. He's being very careful. Does spot Virulentus. Oh, Mortarion losing a little bit of HP there. And a little bit more. Now if Parmesan also moving in. Mortarion moving back. And now Darida Aqua taking hits. And both teams just keep rotating around each other. Rambo takes a little bit of a hit. Deputy takes damage. And now base C is being capped. With KMS there. If he gets away with capping it, that would be grand. Oh, and he does! In the nick of time. Which makes the plays here a lot more important. Trotter doesn't want to be there anymore. Mortarion is in an awful position, can't really get out of there. Watson is losing quite a bit of HP. And they're keeping... He's actually pushing Deviat back so that his team can crossfire him. Base D is being stolen. Base C is being taken back. Deviat and Watson are also dead. HP wise, enemy has a big advantage. Point wise they do too. So if they can get this kill and if they can get Pyroblast out of the base, they should technically have it. It is 5 versus 3. Oh, let's focus on this. Darida Aqua gets blown up. But so does Tonikawa, and that basically puts them a bit back again. 950 points. Base C is being stolen. If Deputy can survive, then they should have it. But if he gets killed, and he needs to get killed in a split second, and he does! And that gets them to 1k points. Well played by enemy. Honestly, epic game. Fantastic. And there's so much going on. I find it really hard to keep track when it's matches like that. So next match basically is happening straight away. I will start the giveaway process a little bit later for the battle passes. And the reason that I do that... actually we're going to go with Vaporize this time. You have to guess the damage that Vaporize will do in the grand finals. Actually, no, we don't know if they actually will be enemy it is. Oh my god, my brain is all over the place. So yeah, that will be the damage guessing later on. But for now, we're going to focus on what happens in the lower bracket. And let's have a look. I don't want to go into the room just yet. Renaissance got taken out. They are out of the tour, so now it is Vaporize again versus Last Dance, which is what we saw, which we started with tonight, so that's going to be interesting. And then whoever wins that versus enemy. These have been some really clever games, so I'm really enjoying that. Now just wait a little bit. I've got 4 5s in my credit thing. I've kind of been upping my ranks on things because I don't really have anything to spend my credits on right now. And I don't really know what I want to do with them. Ranks are fairly useless, but on some tanks I like having my rank up. Like I recently got my Reno to rank 50. And there's absolutely no reason for that. I do need to play boss mode in Leo to get Leo to rank 50. I'm at 49, I'm so close. But yeah, we can safely go into the room now. And we have, like here, Slobit and Lisa is not actually in quick. So I shouldn't really be calling them quick. Nagibato is not there either. Spectators happening. But we are going to Naval Frontier again first this season. And we see now that Quick is ready with an E50M, 2 215Bs, a Chieftain, an LT and 2 AMX-54s versus 3 AMX-54s, 2 Chieftains and 2 E50Ms. Just to be sure, Agassi, are you still around? Hey, hun. You need this in 3 minutes, honestly, but yeah. It always feels so weird, like people say hello in the chat and then either 3 minutes later they will get a hi back, or I feel it's so weird about the delay then, so that I just don't always greet back. But I do appreciate everyone being there. So yeah, Naval Front. Oh, actually, I forgot that. I have the map things that I can actually show you. We are going to Naval Frontier. Oh, I should have done that so much more. Like you can tell, I've been out of it for a bit. I do like this map though. It is a fun map. It is a fun map in pretty much all the tiers. High tiers, lower tiers. Like in tier 6, this map is equally fun. Pretty much do the same things every time. But I do like it as a map. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Like, this is also something I'm so used to my laptop almost breaking down, that having a laptop that does everything it's supposed to do and can handle it and everything feels so weird still. Oh my god. But here we go, countdown clock has begun. We are going into the first game of the lower bracket finals. And whoever wins this will meet enemy in the grand finals. Let's see. I have to say that, like, seeing my avatar when we load into a game like this always makes me go, and I can't really act on that like every time, but yeah, it does make me happy. Glad that me taking a position to decap base A. But pretty much everyone, well, a bunch of people from demo have been spotted. Most people have been spotted. Neep takes quite a bit of hits there. Nagibato going forwards. In danger now. Has to pull back. They're going after Neep. They really want to murder Neep, and they might well kill him very quickly. Because there's not much he can do. He can't go forwards, he can't go back. Nagibato moving in. Now also in danger. Mortarion is the preferred target. He's the one sadly beating Eden alive. This was very aggressive on demo. But I'm not sure if it's going to work out for them. Quadratni now moving into the base just to ensure some extra caps. Darida Aqua goes down, Neep goes down, but he survived for longer than I thought he would, to be honest. Slobina Lisa is stuck. Defiant moving in. We have Cedric is going to go down. Defiant is going after Striker. But Slobina Lisa is arriving behind that. We still have Watson there. Oof. Big hits into Defiant. And there's 5 guns versus 4 guns, but very little HP for demo now. Defiant and Striker both go down. Watson still alive with a grand total of 3 HP. That's not gonna last. There he goes. And last but not least is Trottle in danger. And he goes down to Chipsit. And Agassi is still there, so I'm just going to start guessing now. Mind you, you are guessing for the grand final, so not this matchup. I also like the broken thingies. It doesn't show, but like the broken squares in the backgrounds and everything. Overall, like these games, this was very aggressively played by demo, and I think it might have worked had Quick, or at least Last Dance, not divided their forces differently. One minute left to go before we go into the second game of this matchup. And we see that Last Dance is now ready with 4 AMX-54s, 2 215Bs and an LT, versus an LT, 2 Chieftains, a Hori, an AMX-54, an E50M and a Kranlagen. Every time that I see like a TD in the tool, like if you forget the FT spam, that's a different story. But generally TDs are so underrepresented in tours, which makes sense because without a turret they are just generally less mobile and more tricky to play. I have 3 semis left and then I'm out of cough drops. So let's see. Oh, your PC is still broken, Eric. I'm so sorry to hear that. I wonder what they're going to do now. Because Vaporize haven't been that aggressive. They kind of have to not be that aggressive now. Chipstick moving in to see if anyone crosses over. Oh, we're going to get a boost. We're going to get a boost. And we have a boost. with only 2 tanks, and one of them is a pretty fast one at that. But look at the position that he's in. Oh, he actually drops down. He didn't see anyone. Now he does. I wonder if he's now thinking that he should have stayed up a little bit longer. A and C both being taken. Striker being very forward, but also seeing that no one is there to outspot them. Defiat gets shot at. Vaporize has a tiny bit of a point advantage there, though. So it will be up to Last Dance to make a move. Rotating around a little bit. Striker takes a hit as he goes into the base. But if he manages to hold like this, he's not going to get reset. And that will make it a very nice extra advantage for Last Dance there. He's pulling back. He might take a shot for it. He actually lands one himself and does not take any damage for it. Cheeky. Very clever gameplay here. And now they just need to hold. They need to let Vaporize make the move. Oof, nice cheeky shot there. All they need to do is just stay. They have the bases, they have the advantage. They're in pretty good positions to decap base B. Shipsick going to spot everyone heading in their direction. And now it's just like, yeah, let's not be here anymore. And at the same time, Vezal is now also moving back again. But there's people everywhere. It is cleverly played here. Little bits of damage being done. And it will be very difficult for Darida to get the base if he manages to get it, because he's losing a lot of HP doing that. Mortarion tries to help, does not get to help. Now we have Neep moving in, getting the kill. And we have Rezal wanting to help there. We're already at 900 points. If they survive, then they've got all the points here. Defiat, not looking too healthy. 970 points. They don't need to do anything. All they need to do is just live. 990. People are dying, both sides, but we are already at 1k points. And Last Dance has the game. So clever. Also, just to respond, Netforce just said in chat, poor Prof for registering all the entries. But honestly, he's a legend. I'm so glad that he's able to do this for me, because like I said yesterday, this is such a load off my back if I don't have to worry about that. I can just focus on the games and everything. So I'm really grateful to Prof for doing this. I do have a little gift for him later on to thank him. One minute left. Potential match point now for Last Dance. If they win the next game, then Vaporize is out. And then Last Dance is through to the grand finals. Dun dun dun. Let's see. For the first game on the Vineyards. Again, a new map. Why do we keep getting the same maps yesterday and now we have like different maps all around? But we see Last Dance getting ready with 2 VK90s, a Super Conqueror, 2 LTs, and 2 AMX 54s versus 2 Chieftains, 2 AMX 54s, a Hori, an LT, and a Kranwagen. We actually do have a map thing for this map as well, but I'm not sure how long it is. I'll do it properly when the next season starts. Yes, thank you. Pin message. I do kind of need to do that, don't I? But just to remember, you're guessing for the grand final, so not for this matchup. It's not this game that you're guessing for. Let's see. So basically you have a longer time to guess now. I do like the damage guessing though. It's a bit random, but I feel like it's the most fair way of doing it. Neep heading towards base A. Oh, this is always so interesting. Where do they go to cap? Logically speaking, you would expect them here. So that's where you see the fire lines. But he's not there. They are trying to shoot him more. He does get the base and then he's like, I don't want to be here anymore. And we have, of course, Trottle running off. And Demo arriving at a pretty much abandoned base A. But people in the spawn have been spotted. Base C now being taken. Mortarion not quite daring to go into the base. Cheeky shot there though. Into Striker. Striker in danger. It's kind of like, never mind the base. Let me not cap that. Did you see that? Nip got basically a blind shot happening there. And Nip got shot for it. Mortarion losing a little bit of HP. Kvadratny is moving in. Taking a more forwards position. And now moving again forwards. Has to be careful though. I'm not sure what he's going for there. Nagibato losing a little bit of HP. And now they did manage to cap base C. And that means that Last Dance has an advantage here. They have an HP disadvantage. Kvadratny is moving back, lost more HP in the process. Mortarion still getting shot at. Kvadratny losing more HP. Is that Pyroblast that is shooting him from there? I'm not sure where he's getting shot at. Need to follow the tracer lines more. Deputy is losing a little bit of HP there. But base C is well protected. Base A less so, but we're all at 810 points. They are moving their tanks forwards. Base C now being taken. And there are multiple tanks there. Big hits into Trottle. Chippy Sick is going after him. Tracks him. They just want to keep him out of the base. Trottle. Oof, misses that. Neep goes down first. There goes Trottle. Now they need to keep him out of base C. Deputy goes down 980 points and split second longer. And Last Dance has it. And Vaporize is out. But what a fabulous matchup. Very clever games. And I have to say, very cleverly played by Last Dance here. Like, you have so many pro players in these teams, honestly. Like, the fact that you don't necessarily see them in this format in the professional tours doesn't say anything. This is good games. Very lovely. So yeah, that is this matchup up and over, and commiserations to Vaporize, because you were bloody awesome to watch. And special kudos to Darida Aqua for using my background. Not gonna lie, it makes me happy. So yeah, now we need to wait until the room goes down below 3 minutes. then we can go in. You can actually see that I've only recently started ranking up some tanks. Most tanks I just don't bother. I'm not sure why I ranked this one up, honestly. I can probably rank it up more. And I do have the badges to get to 30, but eh. I'll just keep it at 25 for now. Yeah, overall the games tonight have been very good fun. I just like it when they're clever. Like, they don't have to be super diehard and everything. It's just like when you see the clever little things about capping the base, and it almost went wrong at Vineyards with base C like that. But they did manage it in the end, and then it's just a matter of protecting it and keeping the points safe. And they just... It was clever. The thing is that Demo did that themselves before, and now kind of like Last Dance just got there ahead of them. So yeah, 40... Of course, now we're going to go back to Middelburg. So I am going to do the map thingy now. Here we go, Middelburg. I kind of want more new maps. I like more hilly maps. I miss old Oasis Palms and old Lost Temple and old mines as well. I say old because it's like the previous of the previous version. But Middelburg has been quite the same. It's only been renewed once. I do kind of miss the older version because it felt bigger and the hill area was different and more fun. To me, at least. Yeah, 2 minutes left to go before we go into the first game of these grand finals of the arena competition. Whoever wins this got some nice stuff, to be honest. Like there's gold and gold boosters, coins, and a pretty cool avatar. Let's see if I can... It doesn't actually show, because this is not the case. Let's see here. First place. It's for that's for the team. So the first part is divided by the team members. Customization, containers, power cells. That is the first stage actually. Here we are. The animated avatar as well. Tier 9 certificate and 6k gold for every player. Some nice prices though. It's not money, but it's nice prices. Let's see. 43 seconds left to go, and Last Dance is ready with an LT, 2 Super Conquerors and 4 AMX 54s. And on enemy side we see 2 Chieftains, 3 AMX 54s, a 215B and an STB1. Interesting stuff. Oh, remember the game with the Batchat yesterday, where the Batchat was just sitting there, couldn't be touched, spotting everything, staying unspotted themselves. Light tanks can be so much fun that way. Kind of just always, I look at the tanks that people use in tours, and I always try to remember, or at least to remind people that what you see in tours isn't necessarily how it works in randoms. Because people tend to forget that. But having seen these games, I kind of feel like I need to play this tank more. Because it is a good tank. Let's see. I'm going to stick to the faster tanks first. Neep is heading downstairs. Kvadratny losing a bit of HP there with crossfire. Oh, that nearly hit Neep. Virulento's going to spot. We see crossfire lines back. He's not spotted anyone yet though. A and B have both been capped. So we might see a play for C. Virulent is going back up top. Being very careful now, spotting multiple people and getting spotted himself. They are shooting behind him. Not sure where he's at. Now they are, but yeah. Lipstick hasn't actually been spotted by him yet. Now he has. There's a bit of rotation going on in town as well. Parmesan has been spotted. Neep. Is he going to get away with that though? Is he going to get away with that? Cheeky bugger. He has been spotted. Oh, he does get reset. But that was close. He almost got it. Enemy at a tiny point disadvantage here. Devotion lost a little bit of HP, so did Striker. And now we have Cedric Kvadratny doing the poke thing. This is such a troll position when it works out. In randoms it can work so well because people have no clue what they're doing. And you can just farm. Oh, he is getting shot at. KMS Lock's taking a grand total of 53 damage. Tonikawa taking 4 damage. It's tricky when you're shooting HE, to be honest. Like, if it pens, it's grand. For decaps, it's grand. For kill shots, it can be grand. But it is tricky. Personally, I'm never a fan of derp guns because of it. I prefer to just drive something more stable, let's say. Outlaw's tempo used to be divine. Parmesan's been left alone. Devotion made his way up. Now we have Nagibator actually getting shot from the hills as well. Oh, that bounce though. That's an important one. And we have Striker has been spotted. Is using the sandbags. Virulent is losing a whole chunk of HP there. Trying to help his mate. Actually gets taken out from 2 lines. Slobina, I think it was, together with in town. Parmesan's not looking too healthy either. Last Dance has the advantage. Parmesan goes down. Last Dance now capping base B. And they just have to keep their people alive, honestly. Devotion is the preferred target here. So is Chipsick. Devotion actually got set on fire, poor guy. Chipsick goes down, KMS Locks goes down. We are at 900 points. And they have 2 bases. Like now we have DX pushing in because they have to. But DX is almost gone. And if he dies, and he does, Last Dance has the game. Last Dance is making a great comeback through the lower bracket here. I love games like this. I love supremacy games like this, I should say. But it's like with everything Tour, it's just nice to see that level of gameplay, that level of team play, the teamwork and everything. Like, I repeat this a lot, like throughout all my streams, but that's exactly the case. The fact that you get that teamwork, you never get that in randoms. So seeing what people can do with certain tanks, and of course RNG is a factor of it as well. Like yesterday we saw pretty much a full HP ammo rack happening and that changed the whole game. But we also saw a 6 versus 7 and the 6 winning, so yeah. But it's the level of team play, the focus fire, that just the tactics and rotating around, playing cleverly. I just love it. I really do. So yeah, for the second game on Middelburg, we're getting ready with 2 chieftains, 3 AMX 54s, a 215P, and potentially a super conqueror for enemy. And Last Dance taking an LT, potentially 3 super conquerors, a VK90, and an AMX, 2 AMX 54s. Fast tanks being left behind by enemy, but Neep stays in his fast little tonk. He might actually go for a quick cap. Let's see. To be fair, this is one reason why I don't play tools. I tend to be a lot more YOLO. Not so much YOLO in the way of want to get blown up, but more YOLO in the way of being too forward and too impatient. Like in this case, we have the X spawning in the hills. And that might not be what they want. But it is interesting to see what they do with that. Also with the VK90 actually spawning in the hills. That's probably the one they want in town. Oh, nice crossfire happening. Chipstick losing a little bit of HP. Neep going for quite an aggressive place. Oh, he is... It works, but now he's a bit stuck there. A and B both have been taken. Slobina and Lisa and DX facing one another here. Neither of them spotted right now. And we have Neep running around. Now he's just holding. Virulentus is arriving. He's not alone. We have Cedric there, and of course Chipstick. And I'm missing one. There we are. Kvadratny. Base B now being taken. And it's a bit of a trap. They kind of have to move to get the decap in. And he does do that. So he's adjusting his tank. But he might be able to get away with it. Let's see. No, he resets it again. C is being taken as well. The base B expedition is being cancelled. Devotion holding. Neep is running around back. Cedric is quite forward in a tricky position there, but gets away with it because Virulentus shoots the ground. Takes a tiny bit of damage, and then a bit more. But now Last Stand has 2 bases. Enemy is again pressed to push. So now they're pushing again at base B. Just after Nagibato are fired, and they're capping it together. So they might well actually succeed. No, he does decap it, but ooh, it is costly. But they do get the base. And now they've been given the call to push. And at the same time, enemy is doing the same up top. They're capping base B again. And it's not really just about the cap, it's also about doing the damage. Neep is arriving at the back there. They want to shoot Devotion. Oh, that did not go in. Base C is now also being capped. Parmesan is the preferred target. Now they have to be careful. Parmesan gets another shot in. He does go down in the end. They're leaving base B as is. Striker goes down. Tonikawa goes down. Base C and B are being taken again. Slobina Lisa not looking too healthy. Does survive a little bit longer though. Kvadratny actually moving out of the base. Slobina Lisa goes down. As Devotion does too. Base A now also being taken. Chipstick lands another one in KMS locks. Kvadratny in danger. But base A has been taken now as well. KMS locks goes down. So does Kvadratny, but 2 bases in town have been taken. And all the forces of enemy are up top. And they kind of want to get the kills in. They need to get the kills in. And they kind of need to get to base C as well. Neep arriving. Oh, that was a good roll. And with that, enemy secures the victory. That was such a close call. The Last Dance had all the cards in hand. If Neep had been able to get the kill rather than the other way around, that would have been like literally the other way around. Beautifully done. See, this is what I mean. I love games like that. So I'm just gonna prepare the stop guessing now thing. We are moving on to Camstilla, which is of course my least favorite map of all. Just making sure that all is set. And then I will show you the Camstilla thing. And to be fair, it's not even a bad map. I don't mind playing on it. The thing that makes me dislike this map for tournaments is that because most of the time you get such stalemate gaming and it's like 5 minutes of absolutely nothing. And no, if you have 2 accounts, you can't guess twice. You can only enter once. "35 seconds left to go before we go into the 3rd game of this matchup. No match point for anyone just yet, and also it's a best of 7, so the first team to reach 4 victories now will win the arena competition. And we have enemy ready with 2 Chieftain, 2 E50Ms, 2 AMX 54s and an LT. First is an LT, a Super Conqueror, 3 AMX 54s, an E50M and a Concept 1B. I think this is the first time we see a Concept now. I say first time, but kind of like in the new meta-ish. No, we have seen actually one before. Let's see. I wonder if someone's going to go into the position that I always go to, but that's in randoms, that's the thing. Like, positions that work in tours don't work in randoms and the other way around. Parmesan. Heading towards the Citadel. Okay, Maslok's being quite forwards here. To stop people. Neep doing the same thing on the other side. But we have Slobina Lisa moving up the hill. Hey, Maslok's in a very tricky position. And Virulentus actually got spotted. This is the thing. This is how clever these people are. He knows that he's getting spotted from this bush. And he is correct. But Neep isn't staying there to wait to get shot. He's just moving a lot and not standing still. Lever. Yeah, now everyone is in position. And as per Camstilla, not much is happening. No bases have been kept. Also, like, the detail stops here. And it's, like I said, it's not a bad map to play on. It's just not my kind of map. No HB has been taken from anyone just yet. Sometimes people get spotted. Blind shots do happen. But have not taken any damage yet. Well, he's probably shooting at like the about right spot. Tonikawa has lost quite a bit of HP now. Got spotted by Nagibato there. And that could be very expensive. Slobina Lisa has also been spotted. But there's no one on the ramp there to shoot them. Now we have Neep going for the cap. But I wonder if he's going to get away with that. It might be a trap, to be honest. And I say that really on purpose because it's a trap. But no, he actually shoots Cedric rather than blind shot the bush. Let's see. This could actually be like one of those games where you have very, very little damage. The X spots Striker. Gets spotted himself. He's being very forwards. Is going after Chipstick, but is losing quite a bit of HP doing that. I'm not sure what the thinking was here, because the X has lost a lot of HP very quickly here. This was very costly. And I'm not sure if it was worth it. Slobina Lisa taking a lot of hits on the other side. They want to keep the X alive, but it's going to be tricky. Chipstick does go down. But the X is very low on HP. There goes Devotion. The X is still alive, if barely. At the other side, Slobina Lisa got taken out. Enemy is going after Cedric. Cedric is out. Neep trying to run off. Virulent is giving chase. The X finally got taken out. Last Dance moving in. They want to hunt down Neep, but that's going to be painful to chase, so we're going to have a look at Nagibator versus Parmesan, with Striker in the rear. And Last Dance is actually having trouble here. This is a weird game, honestly. I did not expect this. He does take another hit. Surviving with a grand total of 6 HP so far. Neep goes down. Rambo surviving a little bit longer. Striker moving in. Going after Virulentus. And he does go down, making it 4v3. And of course, Last Dance has the base. Nagibato has to be very careful. KMS Locks is in the middle. Such a cheeky game, though. And they are holding. There's not much else they can do. KMS Locks dropping down. Going after the kill on Nagibator. He might eat one for it. He's just holding. Getting HE'd a little. And now... There you go. Takes his head off. And making it 4v2. Frog in danger. Losing a lot of HP here. Such low HP tanks though. And he should have him. But KMS Locks takes him out, and now it's just Striker. And Striker just has too little HP for this. And enemy wins. Well played. Clever game. Even if it was a very Campstilla game. So that also means that the score is 16,962. Am I saying that right? Yes, I am. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the 4th game of this best of 7. Again, no match point for anyone just yet. Anything can still happen. I just need to unpin the message. Oh my god, honestly, I do apologize for all the brain derps. The only excuse I have is that I'm just really, really tired, so everything costs a lot more than it should. But yeah. 45 seconds left to go. I do appreciate the teams and the players that we're seeing though, because fabulous gameplay all around. And this is why you see the difference between pro players and regular players. Like, you have good players. I consider myself a good player. I'm not anywhere near this level, honestly. Like, the things that they can do, especially under pressure, is just amazing. So for the second game on Capstilla, we see enemy taking a 215B, a T62A, 3 AMX 54s and 2 LTs versus an LT, a 215B, a Super Conqueror, 3 AMX 54s and a Chieftain. Dun dun dun! It's actually a higher score than I thought it would be. Like, when you consider that it's Capstilla. Like, I've had games where like most people would survive and they would end up winning on points. Low points, not 1k points, but just like one team has more points and thus they win. MS locks going up and over, actually, not staying up. We might see cheeky B cap. Let's see if that's what they're going to do. No, they're not. They are going to see whoever spots crosses over there. Cedric is actually all the way at the back, does not get spotted for that. Onikawa gets spotted, but gets a shot, bit of a shot into Kvadratny. I think Cedric would love to shoot him. There's a few places in this sort of like roundabout where you can't really get shot from that side. Now he can though. Cedric has been spotted. Lots of information this game. The AMX holding there. KMS locks deciding to not be there anymore. They might get away with C-cap now though, because there might be no one to decap it. This is also something. Partly this feels wrong. Oh, Nagibato getting a nice hit in. Partly this might feel wrong. He might shoot the same. Oof. Cheeky Kvadratny getting the shot in there. And it means that KMS Locks has actually lost half his HP trying to cap the base. And now base A has been taken. Striker has lost more HP. Is also in a very precarious position, to be fair. Rambo is there. Tonikawa is waiting for Striker to pull back enough to shoot. Striker, of course, being aware of where he's at the building, tries not to do that. Rambo is in a bit of a tricky position. Tonikawa being pushed hard, gets murdered. And this is the thing, they lost quite a bit of HP doing that, but they got rid of the tank on the Citadel. They have base A. Chip sick. Taking all the damage, gets tracked repeatedly, and gets taken out, and that evens up the guns again. Now we have Striker in danger. Bouncing a shot there. Virulentus moving in, now very low on HP. He does get a shot in. But there we go, Virulentus takes him out. And now we have Neep moving on. And they're not actually camping base A yet. They should do soon, there we go. Slobina Lisa and Nagivator losing a bit of age. Oof. Devotion. In danger. Slobina Lisa taking a nice shot into him. And Devotion using the buildings to help absorb the damage and make them push more. Because he's not without friends. Pushing that way will be difficult for them. Parmesan losing more HP, is being pushed. Is not going to survive this. Might still get a nice shot in though. When you know you can't survive, you go for the damage or the kills if you can. Both teams have lost 2 tanks now. Virulentus arriving. Takes a hit. It's now behind the rocks. Does not get to take out Slobina Lisa, but Rambo does. Cheeky little shot there. Nagibator goes down as well. So does Devotion. Actually got set on fire by Nagibator before he died. But now it is 4 versus 3. And of course, enemy has the base, so they have the point advantage. They can be a bit cheeky. They have a gun more. They have a bit more HP. And they are basically clustered together here. And that's going to be tricky as well. KMS going up the hill. Neep gets taken out. Kvadratny in danger. Cedric can't go anywhere really. This is also a thing. Like, Rambo moving in. But it is KMS that gets the kill here. And now you just have Cedric, who gets taken up by Virulentus. And this is again like one of those games where you see the light tank run around everything and making all the differences, both with capping but also like we're just running around giving spotting information, getting the cheeky little shots in and running off again. Because they're light tanks, they attract attention. People will want to kill them. So yeah, very well played here. Let's see, in the meantime I have heard about the winners. Now potential match point for enemy, by the way. If they win the next round, then they are the arena competition champion. Okay, and the winners for the battle passes is Netforce Night Vision. You were only 38 points away from the winning score. And a Professor A, who got lucky with his guess. So please let me know, or let Agassi know, which pass you want. You can choose an October pass or a November pass. Considering it is the 18th and you won't get them before Monday, I reckon I would personally advise the November pass. But of course, let me know which one you want. We are going to Mayan Ruins, which looks like this. We've been there before. It's kind of one of those maps I enjoy playing on it, but it's a bit more team dependent. Like if your team splits up too much and you have no help, then your team gets absolutely slaughtered. Let's see. In the meantime, we see the lineups. And we see that enemy is taking 2 215Bs, a Kranwagen, 3 AMX 54s and an E50M. Versus an LT, 2 215Bs, 3 AMX 54s and a Super Conqueror. Let's see. Potential last game. If enemy wins this. Let's have a look. Kranwagen activating his super speed boost. And of course, we have quick last dance. Moving in, Tonikawa is being quite forwards here. In the Kranwagen does get spotted for it. Slobina Lisa Going into... Oof. Big hits happening straight away. And enemy is like, I want to finish this. We're just going to go in. Focus fire not found. Devotion might have internet trouble, to be honest. This is massacre. Mayhem. Devotion is actually the first one gone, but I think that might have been something wrong there. Nagibato goes down after. Parmesan is not looking too healthy. Gets taken out next. There goes Striker. Both teams lost 2 guns. Cedric is the next preferred target, or maybe it is Kvadratny. This might be dangerous because the focus fire is just not there. KMS Nox goes down. We have Virulentus going after Neep. There goes Kvadratny. Now they're moving in. DX turning back to shoot Cedric. It is, I don't know, this is, I wouldn't say random, but it is very tricky. There goes Neep. Cedric goes down next. Tonikawa not looking too healthy. Should be falling to Slovena Lisa. And he does. And now it is 3v2, but the HP advantage is actually in favor of Last Dance. So this is, yeah, this is. Virulentus is moving. Not, oh, now he does get spotted. Ooh, does not take a hit for that though. I think he got tracked maybe, because he's standing still. You don't always see that, not at this distance. Now they might be playing the cap game. Because he's going up to cap base C. Base A and B are completely open and unprotected. But I think they're hoping to win on points. Slovena Lisa is going for base A, which is absolutely fine. They mainly need to protect base B. But there's no one there to do so. But they don't know that. Chipstick is expecting them to go for base B. A has been capped. C has been capped. Both teams have a base. And this is tricky stuff though. Like, we have DX waiting. As soon as they know that he's there, there's danger. Chipstick is moving into base B. And if they get that base, they might actually win. This was a no guts, no glory move from enemy. And it might bind them in the behind. DX hits Slovena Lisa, but there with that has given away his position. Virulentus being careful. Does spot Chipstick. Lands a tiny shot into Chipstick. Has to be careful not to get shot back, and he does take a big shot, a little shot back. The thing is now though, Last Dance actually has the advantage. All they need to do is survive for as long as they can. And they have the HP advantage. They almost have double the HP together that these three have. Virulentus does not get spotted for that. But I doubt they let him get away with capping. I don't think they know how to need to cap the base. But they need to cap the base. You can't cap it that way. Now he's moving in. And he has to be so careful. He has to be so careful. He does not have the HP for this. Whoa, Slovena Lisa taking big hits there. Oh, Virulentus goes down. Oh my god, that did not pen. And that did. DX is in danger. this is also like the gameplay here. You can almost feel the panic between the two. Because they need to get the base, but at the same time, they don't have the HP to get through that shot missed though. They don't have the HP to get the base. They can't afford to get shot. And they can't afford to bounce, but they're already 945 pounds. They have no choice. They need to. Big it into Chipstick. He might be able to get it, but they're both one-shots. 980 points. The moment that he left the base, he actually lost. Well, with the X9, that didn't help. But Last Dance has the game here. This is the thing though, this game was lost by the focus fire from enemy here. Because they were shooting different targets way too much here. The aggressive move might have worked had they all focused on the same target. But the fact that multiple different people kept shooting multiple different targets, they didn't take out the guns fast enough. And I think something was wrong with Devotion's connection. And they still have a chance, they are still up for match point, and Last Dance has to win 2 in a row to become champion, and enemy only has to win 1 more. But that game though. The fact that they got away with capping base B Last Dance, that made all the difference here. 1 minute left to go before we go into the 6th game of this best of 7. And we have enemy getting ready with a nice 4 Super Conqueror, 3 AMX 54s, the 215B, and potentially the E50M. No, it's another 215B. And on Last Dance side, we see 3 AMX 54s, an LT, a 215B, an I7, and potentially a Super Conqueror. I wonder if they're going to make such an aggressive push again, because they could technically get away with it, but that focus fire, I think that's the only thing that went wrong there, the focus fire. After that, basically they were forced to make choices that they didn't have the HP for. Well played though by Last Dance there. So let's see. Again, potentially the last game of the evening. Let's have a look. That's the thing, that this you can almost make this what an intense battle. I love games like that. I hate them and I love them. I love them because they're so, you can feel the stress in the players and they know what they need to do, but it is so tricky for them to have to do it. Because at the same time, you're not playing against random potatoes. Any random potato wouldn't have stood a chance. Neep running off. Tony Kana and Rambo getting spotted there. Cheeky little shots there. Striker actually got away with not getting any damage there. He is being looked at by Devotion, so they are being careful. Now, of course, Tonikava has reloaded as well. It's kind of peekaboo game here. Slobina Lisa. Oof, Nagibato now losing quite a bit of HP. A has been capped, C is being capped, so points will be neck and neck. Slobina Lisa has been spotted. Is being careful there. But the people that can farm him from the other side are actually, like, no one is there. Well, right behind there, yes, but like at the bush. Which is where you would expect them. HP wise, there's like... not even, there's like 16 points between them? Yeah, 16. So that's very close, and now... Slobina Lisa, I thought that he would be going into base B, but he's not. He continues to proxy spot Rambo. And kind of again, it is enemies game to lose. Slobina Lisa going for the cap. He's actually in a pretty good tank, in a pretty good position. And Virulentus can't probably decap him in time. He is trying to get there, but it's not going to work. Because there we have it, the base is already capped. Devotion is there. He's not spotted right now. Striker takes a bit of a hit. You have to be careful, because this is the thing. He's taking a position where he can spot people going there. Big hits into Devotion. But he's angling his tank in a way that he can't get shot from there, but has to avoid getting shot from there and everything. Now we have pandemonium, as what one would say, happening. Rambo going after Slobina Lisa. Parmesan trying to help them there. Oof, that shot not penning. Parmesan might be in danger here. Slobina Lisa almost gone. Base B is being stolen. Parmesan still alive. No, does go down. And now we have Striker getting shot at. I have a feeling that some people are having some issues. KMS Locks goes down. Rambo is going after Striker. We have Tonikawa going down there. Last Dance should have this. They may have only one base, but they have a big gun advantage. And they're being very, very troll here. DX goes down. Devotion is the last one. And they die pretty much together. And the game is for Last Dance if we get a tiebreaker. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. Like, you can't expect anything. Even like that, yeah, this has to be that one's win. In the end, it isn't. This, again, I feel like when you have games, you always have games where one team wins and games where one team loses. In this case, I do feel that the last two games were lost by enemy rather than won by Last Dance. And that's not saying that Last Dance didn't play well. They played really well. But it's mistakes that enemy made that Last Dance capitalized on. So, I'm not sure if I'm how I can explain that right. But kind of like, these were enemies' games to lose. They had the advantage with potential match point. And both times they lost the advantage because they pushed too aggressively. And I do feel that they may have had some ping issues, I'm not sure. We are moving on to Rockfield for the final map here. And this, of course, I liked Old Rockfield better. It's not a bad map, mind you, but I liked Old Rockfield better. Old Rockfield was also smaller and it worked very well for like Lotus. It would be nice if we could have like both versions. Yeah. For the last game of the evening, for sure, after this game we will know who will be the champion of the arena competition. We see enemy take a 215B, a Chieftain MK6, 3 AMX 54s, an LT and an E50M, versus an LT, a 215B, 4 AMX 54s and a Super Conqueror. Will Last Dance be able to take it home now? Because it also kind of feels like with the last two games, enemy kind of felt like unsteady, so to speak. Like after that first match point that they lost with the push that didn't work out, they kind of felt uneasy or something. Ooh, we're going to get a push. Yes, we are. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get it? No, yes, maybe. Yes, he got it. They're already shooting. They know that they might have done that. Cheeky. KMS looks safely up above. No bases kept so far. No damage done yet. Shots are happening. KMS Lux is all the way at the top there. The thing is though, most boosts don't work. They might give you some information, but these teams will know from each other where the boost might be. And in this case, Striker got shot, so they know where KMS will be. Chipstick is getting shot at. Has actually been spotted. And we see some farming going on. No bases have been kept yet. Nagibator. Like this is where I would be so bad, because I would just want to drive into the base and just cap it. Both base B and base C. But no one's even going after base A. Neep loses a little bit of HP. Now base C is being kept. Neep takes another hit. Parmesan stealthily trying to take a peek, but not actually doing it. It's like, nope. Neep losing more HP. I'm really curious how much damage KMS will have done at the end there. Neep is in lots of danger. He's very low on HP now, has to be very careful. Can't take many more hits. And that would give enemy a gun advantage. At the same time, base B is not being capped. Base A is not being kept. Last Dance has the point advantage and the base advantage. Oh, they bounced on KMS there. Let's see. Is he going to do that again? Tracer happening. Base A is now being kept. He's repositioning slightly. But they don't know exactly where he's at. But so far, they are very close. This is again, that was just past him. They need to aim higher, but they don't know that. Dipsic is getting shots in, but not doing no damage. And the thing is that he can see that. He can see that hit the ground. And he has to be careful, because if he shoots now, they know where he's at. And right now, Chipsick is trying to get all the shots in. Slobina Lisa is being careful. Driving up there. Base B now being taken by Devotion. He's not yet been spotted. Big hits into Devotion. Immediately now. KMS again getting the shot in. Trying to shoot Nagibato more. Devotion got shot quite a bit. Nagibato has to be careful. Is being farmed too much here. And I think that's exactly what they had hoped would happen. Devotion is almost gone, but Nagibato's not looking too healthy either. Striker losing a bit more HP. Last Dance has a definite point advantage. KMS still has not been spotted. Parmesan is though. And they are pushing. Devotion goes down. Cedric pulls back. Now KMS Lux is running out of there. Not wanted to be there anymore. Actually loses quite a chunk of health. Just... oh. Big hit into KMS. KMS now. The revenge of Last Dance here. Striker goes down. Parmesan is now facing multiple tanks here. Losing a lot of HP very quickly. Base B is being contested. Chipstick is not going to survive this. Nagibator probably isn't either. Parmesan and Chipstick both go down at once. Nagibator was alive. Now no longer isn't. Base B is being taken. They just need to protect base. I think they might have it actually. Just based on the points that they've got. Rambo. Wanting to shoot. Oof. Kvadratny getting a nice shot in there. They need to protect base C though. And this is the thing. C is now being taken. And Cedric does not have the HP to take it. And he kind of has no choice. They have to decap it. But now DX is also moving in. Oh, that was a very important bounce. He's no longer alone. Cedric has help. Tonikawa is almost gone. Neep moving in. They need to take a base. They need to take a base. Tonikawa goes down. 960 points. Kvadratny. Can he survive long enough? Can he survive? No, he cannot. 980 points. DX goes down. Last Dance has it. Last Dance makes an amazing comeback here. And wins the arena competition. Holy hell, what a game. What a game. Absolutely fantastic. Very well played by both teams, to be honest. Like, also look at the damage that KMS Locks got into until Last Dance from way above there. Very well played. Massive commiserations to Enemy because you were fabulous. But Last Dance, you... chef's kiss, honestly. Very well played. Such clever games tonight, though. Massive congratulations to Last Dance for winning the arena competition. Absolutely fabulous. So yeah, that's really it for tonight, honestly. That's all the tour games up and over. That is actually the arena competition up and over. Here we have it. Last Dance wins the arena competition. Well done. Really well done. Oh, it's been nice to stream again, honestly. Like, I'm exhausted and really tired and everything hurts and everything, but tour games are just always such good fun to watch. You can't get anything anywhere near close to that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. I want to thank you all for watching. Congratulations to the winners of the fan containers and the battle passes, of course. I saw that Netforce wanted a November pass, so that's all good. And basically, the only one I need to hear back from is one of the players from yesterday that won a battle pass, which pass he wants. I will pass on the winners to Wargaming probably tomorrow, I think. I wouldn't expect anything before next week in any case. And of course, the battle passes for November will come in November. I will remind Toyon on the 1st. Not because I think she'll forget, but just to help out. So that's basically it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's it. Again, congratulations to Last Dance for this amazing comeback. And commiserations to Enemy for not taking it home. But it was very enjoyable to watch. Thank you all for watching. Special thanks to Professor for managing the giveaways for me. Honestly, you're a legend. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. Have a lovely evening and bye-bye.